Aldi have released a new range of flavoured beers, and I'm going to answer today whether they are a summer saviour or a summer saboteur. Hello and welcome to another video on JD's Booze Reviews. Today we are trying two beers from Aldi, first of which is a peach flavoured pale ale at 4.2%. and then a lemonade flavoured pale ale at 4.5%. As I say, these are kind of summery drinks, summer flavoured drinks. They've got a few others that they have released previously and I have reviewed on the channel. We've got a bit of a design change here. They're still by the Hop Foundry label, which is sort of Aldi's own brand beer label. But previously it mentioned quite that they were sort of brewed by Seven Brothers Brewery. They now have this sort of sticker, fake sticker on the can that says in partnership with Seven Brothers. So it still is brewed by the same brewery, just a bit of a redesign on the packaging. So yeah, two beers that we're going to try to go with this sort of summery flavoured drinks. So yeah, let's start with the peach, go on to the lemonade, go in ABV order, and yeah, let's see how they taste. So starting with the peach. So, kind of as you would expect, not a massive difference in colour to sort of a standard pale ale. I don't know if it's cold or if it's hazy. It's quite clear. It's not a massively hazy beer. I do get some smell of sort of artificial peach. Yep, and on the aroma, that is definitely what I am smelling. Reminds me of them peach sweets, them peach flavoured sweets. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very peachy. So it must be said that kind of ticks that box. Not getting much else, just peach. Not even getting like a hoppy bitterness that you might get with a pale ale. There's, yeah, really not a lot to it. Especially now that peach aroma has sort of faded. This is just not smelling of anything. There's a slight hint of peach still. It's not quite as prominent as it was, but anything else, not much there. So let's see how it tastes. There's the bitterness. Yeah, we're getting a nice bitter pale ale finish, but there's nothing hugely distinguishable about it. It actually almost just tastes like a standard pale ale. There is a very, 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 very light hint of peach. Like, yeah, pretty minor. Definitely just about there, but right at the back, sort of one of the very least flavours you get. Yeah, that is surprisingly light on the peach for a peach flavoured beer. Fair enough if it was like an infused beer, because tends to be that infusions don't tend to be quite as strong, but this is peach flavoured, and this is not very peach flavoured. A very, very mild peach with a okay pale ale. I'm getting no real defined hop flavour. Yeah, this is quite a hard one to pick out. There may be, I don't know if it's the peach flavour that's coming through, or if it's a hop that's giving sort of a little citrusiness. Yeah, really hard to tell. It's a really hard one to work out. It depends if they've added peach, or added peach puree, or added peach flavourings to this, because there are some hops that do give a peach profile, which you'll expect why it's not as prominent if the hop's doing all the legwork, because you can get the flavours, but you kind of need to know what you're looking for with sort of hop flavours in order to really appreciate them. As opposed to being a addition of peach, like an adjunct of peach, that I'd obviously hit across a lot more clearer, because it's, you know, peach, as opposed to a hop that gives off peach-like flavours. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's a little bit too over bitter for me. There's not enough else there to sort of save it. So yeah, it's a little bit over bitter. I'm drinking it fine enough. I'm not hating it, but I'm not inspired by it in any way. Which, if that's what you're looking for in a drink, something that you can just drink quite easily, and for the price, whatever the price, I can't remember now, like, you know, less than £2 probably is usually Aldi's sort of pricing. Never really tends to go over a couple of quid. So for a couple of quid a can, it is fine. Now let's see if the lemonade will be any different, or is it a similar story there? Just before we move on, I've just poured the peach one more time. I forgot to mention in the main review, it's quite a nice crispiness. It is a little bit lager-like in terms of like having quite a nice, crisp, refreshing nature to it. So, yeah. Anyway, onto the lemonade. Right, so the lemonade flavoured pale ale. I also looked on the back of the peach one. It did just say a pale ale brewed with peach flavouring. So it is seemingly peach flavouring being added, which is a little bit surprising to say how sort of light on the peach it was. It was more sort of vaguely citrusy. Don't inhale it through the nose. I was expecting lemon pledge type lemon. I'm not actually getting anything. Maybe a slight sort of limoncello sort of lemon. There we go, a little bit of a shake. Yeah, it's a little bit limoncello-y. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't smell anything apart from a very, very, very light lemoniness. And even that is hard to find. So yeah, these are not the most aroma-driven beers, but okay. Okay, that is interesting. Tastes like Sprite. It's definitely got a more prominent flavour than the peach. That is sort of lemon throughout. Not heavy lemon, not sort of really like your face is in a bowl of lemon pledge or Jif, is it? Or lemon juice, or that kind of stuff. I think we all know what sort of a very strong lemon, artificial lemon aroma would smell like or taste like. Don't be trying. Lemon pledge, please. It's definitely subtle. It's definitely like a shandy in flavour, which I do like me a shandy from time to time. But yeah, it definitely tastes like a shandy, but without the reduction in alcohol. Obviously, this is still 4.5, whereas a shandy or a radler, that kind of thing, would be in the sort of 2.5% region. Depending on how much you dilute it, I guess. But I mean, this is, again, it's fine. It's okay. It's a little bit of an interesting flavour. Very much just feel like, I mean, it's lemonade, it's not lemon. Let's also sort of remember that. So have they just brewed a beer and added lemonade to it? Obviously not a massive amount. Maybe they brewed a 5% beer, added enough lemonade to knock it down to a 4.5% beer. Maybe. It doesn't quite have the carbonation of like a lemonade. Very light in the carbonation. But yeah, that just tastes like a shandy, which, if that's what you want to drink, then fine. I mean, it's nothing outrageous, like outrageously offensive. It is okay. I mean, if you want a shandy at a not shandy percentage, this is definitely the one to go. I forgot to mention about the colour as well. Basically looks the exact same. Maybe slightly lighter in colour. Yeah, maybe it's negligible. Very, very subtle difference. But yeah, I mean, this is not got any bitterness. That is also the interesting thing. It's got no bitterness at all. So it is just like a lager that's had lemonade added to it. And not very nice lemonade. It is like, yeah, I'm getting like soda water sort of flavours as well. So for that, I'm not a huge fan of it. There's no bitterness that you would get with a pale ale. Yeah, it's very, yeah. Yeah, hard to put my finger on this one. I mean, the peach one had more beer, pale ale vibes about it. This does just taste like lemonade with a bit of beer in it. So it is very much, like I say, it's very much shandy, but just with a higher percentage. So if that's what you want this summer, that is one to go for. It is better than I was expecting. I was expecting to hate this. I was expecting to be literally like sucking my pursing my lips because of how sort of overly lemon-like it was going to be, but then I kind of forgot that it's a lemonade rather than a lemon-flavoured beer. It is, yeah, it is okay. It is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Would I get either of these again? Probably not. The peach one didn't have enough peach for me, and it was just a sort of bog standard pale ale. The lemonade flavoured pale ale isn't a pale ale in flavour, doesn't have that bitter characteristic to it. But it's probably my favourite of the two. It's probably one I could drink whilst making working on the barbecue, making, you know, flipping burgers and that kind of stuff, drinking this and just not really having to think too hard about it. So yeah, if that is what you're looking for, then feel free to give it a go. And obviously the price at Aldi's is not a massive amount of change either. It is it's quite a small amount. So if you're on a budget and looking for something that's feels light and refreshing, but also is got a decent percentage in alcohol, then that's the one I would go for. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see my next videos when they come out, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.